through science and technology, which of course is one of our 5 pillars in our Going for Growth plan. Now, earlier this year, we announced the biggest shake-up of New Zealand's science sector in over 30 years, and we're making good progress. In May, I announced the membership of our new Science, Innovation and Technology Advisory Council, whose actual first meeting will take place immediately after this press conference this morning. On the 1st of July, we announced 3 new public research organisations coming together, focused on bioeconomy, earth science and public health, and forensic science, areas where New Zealand already has great capability and strength. But today, we're extremely proud to announce the establishment of the New Zealand Institute for Advanced Technology. This is a new public research organisation dedicated to turning world-class advanced science like AI and quantum computing and technologies into commercial success. So this is the 4th of our institutes and our cornerstone of our government's plan to build a high-tech, high-value economy, one that delivers long-term prosperity for all New Zealanders and higher incomes as a result. I expect it to be forward-looking, with the support and advice of the Science Advisory Council, to invest in new areas of science that are reshaping the global economy, where we can develop excellent talent, create high-paying jobs, build new sectors and increase our export earnings. But with that, I'll hand over to Dr. Shane Reddy to give you a little bit more detail on this exciting new institute. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prime Minister, and good morning, everyone. As the Prime Minister said, the government is making a major step forward in shaping New Zealand's future as global leaders in advanced technology. We are committing $231 million over the next 4 years to the New Zealand Institute for Advanced Technology. This will invest in science and technology that supports future-shaping industries, develop skills and grow expertise in emerging technologies, and turn cutting-edge research into real-world business and products. The Institute will invest in research in areas such as artificial intelligence, quantum technologies and synthetic biology, fields that have the ability to transform industries, grow high-value exports and elevate New Zealand's global competitiveness. The Institute will be based in Auckland and be supported by a focused network of research centres working in collaboration with universities, industries and existing institutions. Our first major investment, announced in May, is already underway at Wellington's Robinson's Research Institute, specialising in future magnetic and materials technologies and cryogenic superconducting. Further investments will be guided by the Prime Minister's Science, Innovation and Technology Advisory Council. I'm looking forward to our very first meeting, where we'll tackle this issue, and that will begin shortly. This institute joins the 3 other public research organisations which came together on 1 July. The Bioeconomy Science Institute, which will be based in Lincoln, and the Earth Sciences Institute and Public Health and Forensic Science institutes, which will both be based in Wellington. All these organisations will continue to have a strong presence across the country. Now, New Zealand has a proud history of innovation, from agri-tech to clean energy, and these institutes will build on those strengths while unlocking new frontiers. This is not only research, it's about jobs, growth and global impact. It's about delivering long-term value for New Zealanders. Thank you.
Well, listen, again, thank you very much for coming along. Happy to take any questions that you may have for Shane or I.
A lot of emphasis on artificial intelligence. How much consideration has been given to make sure that it's used in an ethical way?
Yeah, look, that's an important part of it, and it's important that the frameworks for actually managing the negative implications of AI are actually managed and done in a multilateral way, working with other countries around building the legislative frameworks for that. But I do want to be very clear, in a country where we have low levels of economic productivity, and this is one of the 5 things that we know are absolutely critical to embracing more of in order to lift the living standards of New Zealanders, there is a lot more upside with AI than there is downside. And this is a country that needs to embrace a lot more AI, quantum computing, synthetic biology. All of that adoption of technology will actually make our businesses and our research much more commercial and actually improve productivity. So for me, yes, we understand the challenges around AI, but we'll manage that through global forum in terms of building out strong legislative frameworks. But the bigger opportunity is for us to actually get get on and embrace it, because it's not coming, it's actually already here. And when I look at places like government, for example, there is huge application of AI into the government to make it much more efficient, much more customer-centric, much more focused on delivery and results. So I'm really excited about it. I think this is the right way to do it. I think the way that Shane, with the support of Sir Peter Gluckman and others, has thought about the science sector and organising these 4 public research organisations, very clear focus. And today, as we go into our first meeting, we want to be clear on the priorities and how we will direct funding into making sure that we can really make progress and be world leaders in these respective areas, and where New Zealand can make a big difference and contribution.
With some of the record numbers of Kiwis we've seen leaving New Zealand and some of the stories of scientists leaving amid these reshuffles, are you confident we've got enough scientists here to work this institute?
Oh, absolutely. We have the Prime Minister's Science Awards in Parliament each year. We just recently completed that a few weeks back, and I got to tell you, man, the amazing young people coming through this country that have got real passion around science, technology, innovation. I've got every confidence we've got the people that we need to get on and do it. We're doing already some world-leading work in different parts of the country. You've only got to look at businesses like Rocket Lab to actually say there's Holter, other businesses that you see that are Oratane, that are research and development led, that have been through scientific breakthroughs that have actually created, therefore, those businesses. Again, bigger picture, what Shane and I are trying to do in the government is to say, look, we want to make sure every ounce of our research and development effort is all joined up. We have work happening in these 4 public research organisations. We have outstanding work in our universities. You would have seen the standard and position of our universities lift, just in the last month and a half, relative to their global settings. So they've moved up in global rankings. We've got businesses doing a lot of research, and we've got a very vibrant startup community now as well. And if you can join that ecosystem up, we've got a very, very exciting future. And this is exciting because this is New Zealand is an awesome country. We have the smartest, best people in the world, period. And actually, if we can apply and use our science in a way that actually powers up our future growth and innovation, that's what's going to create the high-paying jobs for future New Zealanders, our kids and our grandkids, which is pretty exciting.
On AI more broadly, we're seeing, I guess, not many businesses are still utilising AI for their regular work. Is that a concern at all? Are we lagging behind other countries?
Oh, I completely disagree with you. We've been talking about AI as coming and it's gonna. It's now here. And you've only just got to look at what's happened in the last 3 months, 6 months in New Zealand. There is a geometric adoption of AI, robotic processing of automation and invoicing, all sorts of things that are being used for an application. I think the only laggard is, in fact, government itself. I think this has got the power to transform government to make it much more streamlined, more focused, more customer-centric, delivering for Kiwis as a result. So, I think, Shane, we see it all around the world. It's not coming, it is here, it has been happening, and even it literally is moving month by month in terms of how it's being applied and how it's being used.
Science Minister, this might be better for you, but I guess how much of Callaghan innovation is being leveraged in this new institute?
Roughly $80 million of Callaghan technology and Callaghan people have been moved across to the New Zealand Institute of Advanced Technology. That will include the Product Accelerator Group, it will include the Health Tech Activator Group, and it will include the Technology Innovation Group. So they've been lifted and shifted into this Advanced Technology PRO. Particularly, they are the commercialisation expertise components to Callaghan that have been moved into the Advanced Technology PRO.
And I guess what work's been done with the leftover at Callaghan?
Several things. Those that had contracts expiring, for example, the Advanced Technology Group, they've been given expansions through until their contracts expire, and the biotechnology groups have been given a 2-year lifeline to show that they can deliver what their promise is.
Great.
And then I guess just on benefits more broadly, I guess you've seen the benefit numbers going up. I guess what's your reaction to that?
Look, I mean, no doubt about it, we've been in a very tough and difficult economic cycle. We've had the biggest recession we've had since the early mid-90s. That is a function, as I said, of when you lose formation and you don't manage the economy well, as the previous administration did. We've ended up with high government spending, high inflation. That leads to high interest rates. High interest rates slows an economy down, and an economy slowing down means that people start losing their jobs. So we know that, from our forecast, that unemployment is peaking about now. We expect that to improve over the back half of this year, and as you've seen in our budget, we're averaging 2.7% growth over the next 4 years. We've got 240,000 new jobs being created over the next 4 years as well, and that's why initiatives like this are really important, because this is what actually sparks and creates innovation, and this is what creates new businesses and new opportunities and high-paying jobs. So I appreciate it's a difficult time, but certainly we're making progress, and this is a good example of the country we want to see, which is we're going to build the best small advanced country on earth, period. That's what this is about. And so yes, we're coming through some difficult times. Yes, we've got some choppy things to navigate internationally, but it's about our relative performance compared to other countries, and there should be no excuses for why New Zealand can't do well for itself in the years and decades ahead.
And then I guess, just back on AI and just this new institute, I guess so many other countries are obviously wanting to be the leading AI economy. I guess what gives us the cutting edge in your mind?
Yeah, well, I think, that's one of the conversations we're going to have with our new Science and Innovation Technology Council today, which Shane will chair and I'll participate in as well. We've got some eminent thinkers, whether it's Sir Peter and my great new Chief Science Advisor, Dr. John Roach as well, and actually people who are deep in the R&D and innovation world and know how to convert it. The trick in this, as we've seen in places like Ireland, as you've seen in places like Denmark, is to actually be very clear on the priorities of where we think we have real competency and we can actually put money and focus money to, so that actually we can make that contribution internationally. And there are real areas across the 4 public research organisation domains that actually we think we can make big progress on. So yeah, we'll have that conversation this morning, but it's a pretty exciting thing because we spend a lot of money on research and development, and we want to make sure every single part of that dollar is joined up, hooked up, that the partnerships between the research institutes as well as the universities, as well as businesses and the startup community is all a very positive ecosystem with great clarity, focused on what we want to do and what we want to build out. But, we have incredible scientists. I mean, just look at the history of New Zealand. Incredible scientists that have made massive contributions to the world of science. But I don't want this to be a country where we proudly say, oh, we invented that, and then someone else around the world commercialised it. I want to be saying we've got the best scientists in the world, and weren't they smart and they invented that? And most importantly, didn't New Zealand convert it really well? Just look at Denmark, right? You think about the work that they did on pharmaceuticals around weight loss drugs, think of Ozempic and other things that have been huge around the world. That is powering that economy like nothing. That is a huge investment, focused investment in science and technology, particularly in a particular class of pharmaceuticals, that has created massive economic benefit. They didn't just crack the science around it, they commercialised it, and now the Danish people receive the benefit of that in higher wages and salaries. There's no reasons for New Zealand why we can't find those areas where we can do exactly the same. Okay, well with that, can I say thank you very much, have a great day, and we'll look forward to getting into our meeting right now. Appreciate your time. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.